At Sanborn, we've been taking an emphasis on kindness and its importance in schools. And that's why clubs like Life of a Student and Key Club, as well as Student Council, have been creating activities and everyday tasks to get students to be nicer to one another. Why is kindness important in schools?
Kindness is important in schools because kindness makes people happy, and happy people make for a better day.
Why is kindness important?
It's not.
Why is kindness important in schools today?
Well, depression seems to be a trend here at Sanborn, so I think that when everyone picks up each other, it really just improves your school spirit.
Sanborn kindness makes people feel good, and hopefully it'll increase school spirit.
In every class.
Tahira, why is kindness important?
Because everybody has bad days now and then, and you need a little bit of kindness to make it better.
A few months ago, the Student Council did a kindness week to encourage others to be kind and show small acts of kindness. But after Kindness Week, they decided to make it a year-long ordeal to start the conversation about kindness.
Student Council supported Kindness Week or Kindness Matters Week because it was a national endeavor. But then we decided that a week wasn't long enough because we feel that not everybody at Sanborn, unfortunately, is kind. So we just want kindness to go through the entire year. People don't understand that everybody's going through their own thing. And when you're not nice to somebody, you don't understand maybe what they're going through at home or school-wise. And we just want people to be nice to one another.
Whether it is holding a door for someone or giving a compliment, kindness is something we need more of. And so, as we continue through our year and into next year, remember to be kind. Lately, while walking through the halls, you might have noticed the signs put up by Life of a Student about a kindness FLT. Starting next C-Day, Life of a Student will be hosting a kindness FLT every C-Day to help build on the school-wide and year-long kindness initiative. This FLT, held in Mr. Maxwell's room, which is 210, students will play games, do cahoots, and do activities that will inspire our students to be nicer to one another. By doing this, Life of a Student hopes to push others to be nicer to one another and support each other, and learn to do it without being pushed to do so.
Thanks, Jillian. But as we know, winter is here and so are the sports. With winter track meets already starting, we should go find out a little more about it. This is where everyone starts. Distance, throwers, and sprinters. Right over here by the track records. We all stretch and warm up here and go for a 5-minute jog or 2 laps around the track outside. And this is the weight room where sprinters and throwers will go to practice and work out. Now that we know where they practice, let's go talk to some of them to see what they think about winter track itself.
For indoor track, I do the 55, 300, and both of the relays.
So I do the 600 and the 1500.
My favorite memory from indoor track would have to be the time that I saw John from Pelham for the first time in a few months.
I think it promotes a healthy lifestyle and just physical fitness, which is great to have.
My favorite part about meets are a thing that me and my friends do called TOC, and we go around and interview people and just have a good time, basically.
Al Magnuson was our boys varsity soccer coach for 39 years, but it was much more than that. He also played on our fields in middle school and all through high school. Coach Al had played and coached hundreds of games with us and spent so much time with our program. So let's have a little look back at the start of his career.
I've known Coach Al for 12 years, since I actually started coaching here as the girls' JV soccer coach. I talked to him a lot, especially in my early career, because he was the boys' varsity soccer coach, so when I was coaching soccer I saw him a lot, and then also when he was assisting the girls' varsity team as well when I was the girls' JV coach. We talked a lot about just coaching in general, how to make athletes better, how to schedule to make sure you get kids rested, all those type of things. I think specifically I learned from Coach Al is just the ability to have a long career. I mean, the guy's been there for, well over, for a long time. I thought I was young when I started coaching, but he was 18. So just how to keep a long career going and work with your players, and also how to keep them well rested and ready to go by scheduling.
In high school, he played soccer for us all 4 years, and right after college, came right back here for a job as a science teacher and a coach. He eventually had a son who also went here and even has an award that's in the trophy area. He has had a few players over the years make second and even a first make first team All-State. This year, Zach Ransdell, our goalkeeper, made honorable mentions for All-State, and Max Lucier, a midfielder, made second team All-State. But back to Coach Allen. He had a near perfect 1-to-1 win-loss ratio with just a few more losses and also a good amount of ties. He dedicated most of his life to this program. He spent so many hours with us. For that, we say thank you, Coach Magnuson.
Many students at Sanborn's favorite class is PE, but other schools around the U.S. have been taking out gym class to replace it with more core classes that they think that the students would be better off with. Even though it gives more students time to study for their tests, many kids want that hour a day to get their energy out so they can do better in their classes later in the day. Students also like gym class because it helps them practice their sports that they need to do after school, and it lets them hang around with their friends for a little bit. Now let's hear from the kids at Sanborn to see what they think about gym class.
I feel like all students need physical activity throughout the day.
Gym class is important to have in schools so that kids can express their athletic abilities.
Gym class is important because there's a lot of fun activities you can do to get a lot of energy out.
It lets kids run around and get their energy out.
Gym class is important to have in schools because a lot of kids need that extra hour out of the day to get their energy out so they can do better in their normal classes.
Gym class is a great class to have during school because it helps kids get their energy out throughout the day so they can learn better in their core classes. But recently, a lot of schools around the U.S. have been taking out their gym classes. Many kids need that hour throughout the day to get their energy out so they can do better in their other classes.
Every student has a favorite teacher, but one teacher here at Sanborn helps out a lot. Mr. Maxwell is a favorite teacher to a lot of kids here at Sanborn. He helps out in classes and he also teaches sports after school and a lot of after-school activities. Let's hear how Mr. Maxwell has helped the kids here at Sanborn.
So I think Mr. Maxwell is good with helping students like one-on-one because last year he was in my science and a lot of kids were having trouble, but he helped us get through it.
Mr. Maxwell is a really good teacher because he also does sports with the students, so he's really connected to a lot of them, so a lot of students are really comfortable talking to him when it comes to schoolwork.
Mr. Maxwell is very involved in the school. He coaches the Sanborn track team. He also runs Life of a Student with Mr. Gray, which helps with things around the school and helps the upcoming freshmen feel ready for their high school experience. Mr. Maxwell has helped the school a lot and will continue to throughout his Sanborn experience.
Now to Emma Crow.
Sanborn is full of intelligent and talented kids, so how can we support them? Well, one way would be to go to our plays. Sanborn's Drama Club performs a Christmas special every year. This year, on December 9th, it was called Where Did All the Cookies Go?, which was written and directed by John Putnam. And believe me when I say, it was a great show. Before the play started, there was activities such as cookie decorating, music, and Santa, which is great for all ages. And 30 minutes later at 6:30, the play began. Kids, teens, and family and friends all alike enjoyed this play because of its Christmassy and homey atmosphere, and it was overall a great time for everyone. All the proceeds went to the drama department, so thank you to everyone who came down in support of the drama club.
I can personally say that this year's Christmas play is amazing. But speaking of plays, what about movies, acting? What's coming out 2020? As you know, being a modern media student, I love movies. So it's fitting that I would do the segment on entertainment. Duh. So here are my top movie picks for this year. Personally, I'm excited for The Quiet Place 2. I think that movie's gonna be amazing, and after The Quiet Place 1, there's no telling what they're gonna do this round. Next on my list is Mulan. I'm very excited for this movie because it actually follows the original story of Mulan rather than the Disney-fied version. At least that's what we're told. Last but not least, if you like superhero movies, especially Wonder Woman, you're gonna like this pick, Scarlett Johansson's Black Widow. This will kick off Marvel's Phase 4, so if you're a fan of the Marvel movies, do tune in for that one.
Thanks, Emma Crow. A really important thing here at Sanborn is that students make sure they have teachers that they feel comfortable talking to. So we're gonna go look at some teachers that students feel like they can talk to.
So if you ever need someone to talk to, here are some of your fellow classmates' suggestions.
Miss Presby is good with her students because she has to help them learn new stuff. And yeah.
Mr. Koto's in touch with his students because he actually talks to them instead of just, blowing them off.
I think one of the teachers that's in touch with their students is definitely Mr. Gray because he takes a lot of time out of his life to coach basketball, and he also knows a lot of the girls in the middle school basketball programs, and he's all over the place, but it's great.
Miss Presby is good with staying in touch with students because she cares about their personal needs.
Miss Lang is good with her students because she gets to know them individually and watch them grow throughout the years.
These are only a few teachers that students have picked as being most in touch with students through their own eyes, but there are many more here at Sanborn. If some students don't feel comfortable talking to teachers, they can also talk to the counselors. Emma Crow has been trying to start her own volleyball team, and this is what she's done so far. Emma has also sent out a Google form to your email to get a general idea of who would be interested in playing, so make sure you check it out.
Hi, I'm Emma Crow, and I'm trying to set up a summer volleyball club here at Sanborn. It'll include 8th graders through the incoming seniors.
Having volleyball here at Sanborn is really important because it's going to bring more people together to do something that people like.
I decided I really wanted to pursue this because I realized that the Ellis kids coming up who only play volleyball don't have any other options besides sports that they wouldn't necessarily have any interest in.
Volleyball is a good choice to have at the school because it gives kids more options for sports.
The biggest benefit that I think would come from this is giving kids a chance, giving kids who wouldn't otherwise have anywhere to go.
I think if the volleyball team came together at Sanborn, it would be really cool for the kids coming up from Ellis especially who don't have a volleyball team to play with anymore.
It can open up scholarship opportunities. They'll get every opportunity that they wouldn't necessarily have before.